Hey everybody, I'm blogging Brandi and I'm here with Miranda, one of my clients, and I am so excited to share her success story today. So, first off, Miranda, thanks for being here with us and sharing your story about what you're going to tell about working with me and our journey together.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And just to get started, I'd know if you don't know me, I'm Blogging Brandy, a digital nomad and an entrepreneur, and I love RV living over any of my other forms of travel and living. And that's kind of how me and Miranda started talking. Was you were interested in RV life, but you weren't sure if you wanted to do the whole RV thing when we first started talking. But you had told me about some of your business ideas and some of the stuff that you were working on. So that's kind of what led us to working together, is more on getting your business stuff started. But you still had this whole passion about the RV side. And so the one thing that I remember most about your story, Miranda, was that you said that you were terrified. And I have this whole email, and you were like, I'm terrified, terrified, terrified. But you said you weren't just terrified to make a move in your life, but you were worried about if you failed. And then you were also worried about not taking an advantage of an opportunity, meaning the opportunity to kind of work with me. And so you were worried also because you didn't want to stay stuck in your current situation. So,
Mhm.
um, I'll have you introduce yourself here in just a second, Miranda. But if anybody wants to know, like, what is this girl talking about? What are they talking about? I do have a link below this video in the description where you can learn more about working with me and joining Miranda and our community on our journey. So, Miranda, let's get started on this. Or you can visit blogandbrandy.com. But Miranda, tell us in your own words who you are and what you do.
So I'm Miranda. I what do I do? Well, currently I am a caregiver and I'm also blogging thanks to Brandy. She's like she's shown me that I can be a writer. Well, I think I've always known that, but she's definitely brought it out of me. And so yeah, I love nature. I love, simple living and just like being at home and DIY and just creating and things like that. So that's a little bit of who I am.
Awesome. So, look, there's no perfect way that we can ever describe ourselves. I told you whenever someone asked me, like, what my story and who I was the first time, I said, I have no idea how to answer that question. So, it's beautiful to hear how other people describe themselves. And Miranda, I love your whole story. I'm so excited to dive into this. So, what was the challenge that you were experiencing that made you want to work with me?
Well, I had gotten to the place where I had just gotten really complacent and kind of hopeless with my finances and with my living situation. Um, I wanted to start, having my own place and, making my own home and stuff, but I was just really struggling with that. And I just kind of felt stuck and I was kind of terrified to do everything. A lot of things that I did, I kind of started it and then I stopped. So I just wanted, and I think I also, now looking back, wanted to actually live in my purpose and just didn't know how. I was tired to the simple 9 to 5. I mean, that's never the life I wanted to live, but that's all I knew. So I was doing that. So I think I just wanted something new. I just wanted to be me. I wanted to be free. These are the kind of words that I guess I would use to describe my situation.
Awesome. I love those words, to be me and be free. That's probably the simplest way to describe it all. So, and I always tell you, you're like a natural born writer and blogger. And I know you always say like that people tell you that, but I honestly truly feel that the way that you express yourself and say things to me, it always kind of makes me think. So, you always keep me on my toes too whenever I'm doing stuff. So that's the one thing I love about working with my clients is one, I get to choose them and they get to choose me. And we just usually have so much related in our stories and in our journeys. So, Miranda, thank you for sharing that. Next question. How did working with me positively impact you?
I would say that so far it's allowing me to have more confidence, to believe in myself, realize that my skills and my gifts are present and that it can be used to benefit, society, to touch people's lives. Like I said, I've known these things, but working with you has definitely opened my eyes and maybe even solidified it in my life. It's made me more hopeful, and it's also been like a therapy session, which I know can sound like a bad thing, but it's not. I'm a person that kind of always goes within, and you've made me really go within and really take accountability for things that I need to work on or I need to change. And you've made me realize that it's possible and I can do it. So like believe in yourself. Like it's possible. You can do it.
That's very true, Miranda. It is possible and you can do it. So I'm so excited to see. I know that I calculated it. We just started working together. It was just a couple months ago and it was, depending on like which date you choose, it was 69 to 73 days ago to be exact. So I
Yeah.
did go calculate that. um but what let's see the next question. What did working with oh, here we go. So what did working with me and my program do for you?
So working with you in the program, it helped me to be able to work on starting a blog, creating a logo, um, writing that comes naturally, but learning how to format it for others to be able to read it and understand it better, and not just like from your perspective, but kind of helping the reader on their perspective. Like I said, it's helped me to get creative as well. I've also learned more about my finances and how to manage them, and yeah, things like that. I mean, I guess there's just really so much that I really can't put all of it into words, but definitely I feel more confident as a digital creator, a digital nomad, digital worker. I feel like this could be my life. Like I don't have to go to the job all the time, and I can, work on use my skills to do that. So that's what working with you has done for me. I hope I answered that correctly.
You did. And the one thing I guess I would ask maybe, and I know you've kind of told me privately, but to expand on for anyone else that's thinking about this, because we've talked about this several times. We say digital, we say nomad, we say RV. And I've RV'd and traveled and
Mhm,
I've done hotels, I always say I've tried hotels and Airbnbs, and usually it was because of my dogs that
mhm.
caused me to really look into RV life. And mine was because of healing from my own personal tragedy and story. And so we kind of toy around with this whenever we talked about, you've seen a couple of my programs and worked with me from a different aspects. But we talked about how it's not just about it is about being mobile, but it's not just about being mobile versus stationary when people think about RVing, and how you were like, oh, I think it's really wild that you're the only person I talk to that talks about their stationary RV life and not necessarily about their travels, even though, traveling is something that maybe you want to do. It's just not something that you were thinking about when you were thinking about working with me.
Okay, I think so in that aspect, I appreciate working with you because I I didn't think that RVing was for me, because for me, like I did not want to travel. But when you spoke about your story and when you spoke about being a stationary RV, I was like, oh wow, it's possible for me to RV but be stationary, because I kind of want to, stay at home, work from home, be a homemaker, all that kind of stuff. and I didn't want to be traveling, as you stated. So when I saw with you that it's possible to do that, because you at times in your videos would say, oh, I'm in the RV park right now. And then other times you would be like, oh, I'm not here. And I would see like a change in scenery. So I would see like you're going from place to place. And on top of that, I saw that you were staying in your RV park for, I think, what you said, 2 years or something like that.
Mhm.
So that made me feel like, no, this is for me. I can be an RVer. And it actually empowered me to realize like I can be a stationary RVer. I can live in my RV and still have the lifestyle that I want. I don't have to travel all the time. So it was really great to see you doing that, and showing how you were working, from home, even though, right. I mean, I also work with you now, so I get to kind of be a part of what you're doing and just kind of see that you are working from home, and some days you are in other places, and you're not just talking about RV all the time, and there's way more to you. And so that's really exciting, and that definitely made me say I want to work with Brandy. She has a lot to offer. It's from finances to decluttering to, which I have to say, decluttering, it's not just like putting, your clothes or your jewelry or decorations that you don't need anymore. It's also like becoming a minimalist, and that takes inner work as well, because you have to sit there and be like, why do I want to keep this? Do I really need to keep this? What's
Right.
going on within me that makes me want to keep this? So you definitely are helping with that, and like I said, finances, which are super important. I think that we don't focus on finances enough. I think we just kind of like, oh, I can just work more, and you've shown me that time is money, and that not just that time is money, but your time is valuable. Also, I something that I really, really appreciate working with you, that you say all the time, that's like stuck in my head now, which is so good for me because I really struggle with this, is perfection is the enemy of done. Hashtag blogging with Brandy. Okay, y'all. Um, so yeah, that helps me so much, because I can sit here for like 2 to 3 days and I still struggle with it. Like, oh, I don't like my logo, or I don't like how I said this article or whatever. And it's just like, no, just get the thought out there and we can better it later, or
Right.
we can make it work somehow. And a lot of times I realize how, it actually it works out perfectly. It's just me, something that you always tell me as well, overthinking. Um, these are things that can, block you from fully reaching your potential. So you've definitely helped me with all that as well.
Yay, Miranda. I'm so excited to hear that. And I know the thing that you mentioned about the downsizing, I know you just kind of started doing that. You even said that your one of your family members saw that you were downsizing, and had asked you to help. What can
Mhm.
you talk a little bit about like your downsizing and what you had done that you had told me and what kind of like happened with that?
Yeah, so actually I live with this family member. So they came into my room one day, just saying hi and stuff, and they saw like huge bags in my room. They're like, "Oh, where are you taking those bags to donate them? Because that's what I usually do." And I was like, "I will donate some, but the other part of it I'm going to be selling." And they're like, "Oh, wow, really? Can you help me sell my stuff?" Eventually, and I was like, yeah, when I get it done, I'm going, I would love to teach you how to do it. And then I was talking about you with them, and I was saying, what did I say? I said something like, I forgot if they asked me something again about downsizing, or how I'm going. I think they said, how are you going to do it? And I said, I'm still working with Brandy. I didn't say Brandy, but at that time I was like, I'm still working um on it, and the person, which is Brandi, she's going to be helping me do that. They're like, oh wow, really? And I'm like, yeah, so I'm going to figure it out, and I'll be able to help you better. So yeah, there are different ways. You don't always have to like donate things, you can sell them, and that's something really new. I know people have garage sales and stuff like that, but it's great to know that you can also sell things digitally online, and that gives you freedom to go do other things. Like, you don't have to be waiting by the garage, for people to buy the stuff. So
I
once
love
again,
the way you
fr-
say that.
once again,
That's like
freeing up
a
your
whole
time.
new way to think about it. I love that.
Once again, you're freeing up your time. So
I love
Yeah.
that, Miranda. I'm gonna have to use that in some marketing now. Like, that's really good. It's like a digital garage sale
Mhm,
instead of worrying about, I mean, you are saying it right. It, literally, you'd be sitting there, kind of like the old school ways of trying to sell stuff.
mhm,
And not to say that some of those ways aren't ways that I did it and have tried, and there's all kinds of ways to do it, but there are more efficient and effective ways, when you have a plan in place and you're not just kind of like throwing ideas out there, like, oh, I'll sell this over here, I'll do this over there. It's
mhm,
really a lot easier when you can kind of see how somebody else has done it. I always tell people it took me a year to sell and downsize everything. And so
mhm.
my goal is to speed up that process. And so I'm so proud that you said you had like a box and it hasn't even been 2 months. You've done a lot. So I'm excited to work with you more on that and see what you start selling and see what you have to sell, Miranda.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's go to the next question. How do you feel that I have helped you most?
Give me a second, I had to really think about this. Um,
And that can be, I say like working with me in my programs, when I say help you most, that can be, financially, emotionally, in your lifestyle, with everything, because we know, like we said, this is a lifestyle change. So think about it from that aspect. And let me ask it again. So, how do you feel that I have helped you most in regards to the way I ask it that way?
so for me, I'm a very emotional person. I'm a very into like your emotions and like figuring all that out. And as part of my brand, I'm into joy and encouragement. And a big part of encouragement is being able to encourage yourself, being able to find peace within yourself. So I think that I would say the first part that you've helped me is you've helped me to kind of heal or start continue better my healing journey. And you've you've helped me see where doors were being open that I kind of didn't see before. You've helped me to get a little bit, spiritual or faith-based here. You've helped me to knock harder, at God's door, you know,
Don't be
like
afraid to say God up in here. You can say that word.
okay. Um, you've helped me to definitely, you know, say, okay, God, please help me. Like I've been asking and he's been speaking, but in a way I have been distracted. So you've helped me to take the distractions away and you've helped me to dig deeper and feel confident being vulnerable at times. Um, you and these are all beneficial because I think that in order for you to change your life, be it finances, be it the way that you're living, you have to realize you have to let everything go. You have to let go of fear. You have to let go of um pride. You have to let go of lies and you just have to jump in with faith. And so, you've helped me with all of that. I feel like you've you're also helping me express myself better. Um
Yay.
I'm still definitely working on that. But yeah, because this, like I said, and like you said, this is a lifestyle change. I don't just see it as, oh, she's going to help me RV or she's going to help me budget or she's going to help me start my brand. For me, I thought this was all it was, oh, start my brand. And because I wanted a change in my career and to sell some of my products like selling soap and shea butter and things like that. I thought, oh, okay, she's going to help me with those things. But the reason I felt confident to come to her was I saw her as a coach. I saw her as a motivator. I didn't just see her as somebody who um had a course. I mean, I think I spoke to Brandi like the beginning of this year, and she at that time told me that, the course may not be for me, which I believed in. I believe that. But even with that, I never forgot her. And I decided to do my own research, and she always stuck in my mind. And she reached out to me and, she reached out to me in a personal way. She didn't just send me an email like, "Oh, this is Black and Brandy, come join my new course," or whatever. She was just like she basically said things in our old conversation that I didn't think she remembered, and that really captivated me, and I was like, "Okay." That let my guard down, and I feel like, I can trust this, person, and not only trust her, but there were things that I saw in her that I was like, "I wanna learn from her." And even if I'm not ready for this, I wanna learn from her. But as things were lining up in my life was when she came back into my life, and I definitely knew that this was, like God telling me like this is part of your journey and like Brandy is supposed to be in your life, and I needed somebody to mentor me, I needed somebody to coach me, I needed somebody to hold my hand. These are all things that I told her, and she's definitely gone above and beyond doing that. I see how she does that for other people as well, and that's really admirable. Like she takes what she does very seriously. I feel like this is her life, and sometimes I'm like, do you do anything else? Because you like care so much about your brand and so much about us and like helping us and stuff like that. And things that I feel like sometimes we need to be doing. She even goes above and beyond and does it for us so that she can make sure that when she lets us go to do it ourselves, we can do it confidently. And I do appreciate that as well. So I guess to round it up, she's helped me emotionally. That has actually helped me practically as well.
Yeah, Miranda. I mean, there's no perfect way to say it, but those words are definitely something I cherish and I love hearing and probably need to hear so that I can maybe not do so much of. I'm not sure. But you're also a good coach back at me because you're like, Brandy, you shouldn't do that for them. Or sometimes I like it because you're like, well, Brandy, I think that maybe if you did this or helped us with this, I think it would make more sense for everybody because everybody is in different stages. That's the one thing also that I liked you brought up is with me is you reminded me and told me you're like, you get really upset or invested in the fact that people aren't like going as fast as you want them to, or they're not maybe either doing it at the pace that you want. And you said something the other day, you said you should really take it to heart that you're changing their life and you're helping them make this lifestyle change, whether it takes them a week or a month or 2 months, because everybody has, their own things that come up. Even when you start something, it's like you expect it to all go perfect. But I can tell you, even from RV life, things don't go perfect. There's
Mhm.
always something coming up. So I think that's just really interesting, your words and stuff, Miranda. So I love that. Um, what is the next question? I had scrolled down here. So we kind of talked about this a little bit, but let me come up with the right way to ask this. So, what are the tangible results you achieved? I mentioned the intangible, I'm saying like anything quantifiable or measurable. And kind of in terms of, I know we talked about that you only joined it was it was like 2 months ago. So that's only 69 to 73 days ago when I calculated it. So when I say tangible or quantifiable, that's like something. And then I know we talked about like your budget and your financial goals that you've achieved. And that's one thing you really pointed out about why you wanted to work with me. So can you talk about some of those goals?
So, um, I would say that this year, like I said, I was kind of just in a place of hopelessness. So I wasn't really focusing on my finances the way that I should have. And Brandy has definitely come and reminded me of those things because for me, it's not just about starting my brand, it's also about um me having my own place and making my own home. And I have realized that, you know what, I can have a goal set for that. And if I have a goal and and a deadline in a way, set for that, that's going to take finances. It's not going to take wishing and hoping. And so you've helped me create a spreadsheet and showed me where my finances are going. And that's kind of surprising. I mean, I knew where my finances were going, but I didn't realize that it was just not as focused as it should have been. And so you've helped me with that. Um, I don't know. Did I answer that correctly? Is there something else? I feel like there's something else.
Um, it's not that you didn't answer it. The question was, are there any tangible results, quantifiable, measurable? Um, my other question, I guess, I probably haven't even really asked you this, but you said not to ask you anything or not to tell you anything in advance. So when you started with me, you know that I did this, and I even told you I was like, I was thinking about not even producing some of the content that I've created, and I've expanded on the course, and the things that I do with everyone since we started working together. And so, I always tell you it's like a living, breathing thing. And
Mhm.
you did say that you'll find me in different locations. So yeah, I was in the van for 30 days while we were starting. But even during, I guess, like, and I think I got sick. I may have had like all these things happen. I don't remember, but um, one, do you feel like? I mean, I know your answer to this. But do you feel like I ever didn't show up during any of that time?
No.
Okay. Um, did you ever feel like it was chaotic?
I didn't feel like it was chaotic. I feel like maybe you thought it was chaotic because you have an expectation of yourself. And for me, I just see somebody that's showing up that even um I think you were still just trying to organize yourself, but you warned us ahead of time that, you're still trying to figure things out and you kind of want us our feedback. So for me, it was okay because I kind of liked it because I'm trying to figure out myself out. So to see that you're doing it as well and how you handle it kind of helped me out as well. So no, I think that you showed up every time. Some of the times I didn't even know you were sick or you were having a hard day unless you said it. And sometimes I was just like, you need to go take care of yourself. You need to not worry about us. So yeah.
Oh, Miranda, some of the stuff that we've been through is fun. I did record most of those van life adventures while I was on it. So I'm sure that you will love to see the other side of what was really going on during all of that. One day you're going to watch that and be like, oh my gosh, that's what was really happening. So yeah, I did record that. There's another side to the story. Um, I did, what was I was asking you something. Oh, okay. So when I say tangible, my other question was, since this is still a really short amount of time, and I've told you, like, oh, I expected everybody to be at this point or that point at different stages during this. And even now, I'm always looking at where y'all are at and seeing, like, hey, what can I add to this, or how can I get y'all there faster? How do you feel as far as the time frame when you started working with me until now of like what you've achieved?
So I've achieved, I mean, I learned how to create a logo. I learned how to um make a blog. I learned how to format things. I learned about marketing. Um I learned, and I mean, I know that you wanted it to happen at a faster time. Um but at the same time, I think it was good that it didn't happen maybe in your time because it's allowed me to truly learn and retain those skills and those things, and that I could, if I had to, even explain some of the things that you taught me to somebody else or do it on my own or figure it out on my own. Um I don't know, it has been a short, it feels like it's been a long time, but it actually has not. It's been a pretty short time. And I'm grateful for, how things have gone and how much I've achieved. And, I look forward to achieving more and, learning more things and getting more things done. But um it's been intense, I feel like, but it's also
Good or bad?
I feel like it's been intense because for me, I've been like really serious about it. This has been my life, for the past like few months, this is what has been my focus. And having somebody who is equally focused, equally passionate in helping, you know, her clients or her students is is admirable, and I want to reciprocate that. Sometimes I feel like, oh man, she's still up trying to do this. Let me get my stuff together. You know? But I love the accountability. I love the flexibility. Um and I love what I'm learning. Like I feel like I've learned so much, and it's not that you supplied so much information. It's just that I guess it was quality. So it feels like I've learned a lot.
Yeah, I appreciate the way you said that. And actually, I was thinking about, we've worked a lot over the past couple months on the business side, and then you actually just started working more. I mean, you've been looking at your budget and stuff like that, but I had told you let's focus on, business and finances and getting all that in line before we work on figuring out whether RVing or digital nomad or whatever your lifestyle setup is going to be, moving forward.
Mhm.
And we talked about different things from trailers to mobile homes to like travel trailers, fifth wheels, RVs. I even said something about van life to you, and you were like, no. We talked about all the different things. And you've seen like the condo life that I have, the van life, the travel trailer life that we're in right now. Um, and I think it's interesting. You started on, I don't want to say like the RVing side or the mobile side, but it wasn't like the business side. You started doing like the downsizing and mobilizing part of it um in a very short period of time. I want to say that was just like a couple weeks ago that you started, and then you came and told me like, hey, I just want to let you know I've gone through my whole closet and I've got like all this stuff to sell, so you just let me know when you're ready. I was like, okay. How
Um,
long did it take you to do that?
a day
Wow.
or like maybe like 6 hours or
How
something
long
like
did
that.
you procrastinate about doing it before you met me?
Um, I don't know, probably years, maybe a couple years. Cause I'm just like, there's this, I don't know. There's no point, um, I don't know where my life is going. It's stagnant. Nothing's gonna happen. There's no point. And I really didn't know that downsizing, even though I watch minimalist content, I didn't realize that downsizing was important. Um, I know it sounds kind of weird because it's like common sense, but um, I guess I didn't think that I needed to downsize anything. I don't know.
Do
I
you
don't
feel like
know.
it's cleansing?
Cleansing?
Yeah. Like when you did it, I mean, did you get rid of anything yet, or did you just separate your piles? I know we didn't really talk about where you were at yet. It's just
So I
like,
just
wow.
separated my piles. Yeah, that's I just cleaned it. I separated it. It was cleansed. It was more like fulfilling.
Like,
I
isn't
wouldn't
getting
say,
organized and stuff like that cleansing?
yeah, cleansing, fulfilling, because you feel like maybe when I get it out of here, it'll feel more cleansing. But for now, it feels more fulfilling and it feels more hopeful and um
It'll feel more
a weight
exciting when you
off,
make money
a
off
weight
of
off in a
a
way.
weight off of
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Hmm.
It feels even more exciting when you make money off the things that you sell,
Hmm.
especially when you can put that towards like your new lifestyle change,
Hmm.
That was, I always tell people when I started, I didn't quit my job to go live in an RV and then figure out how to make money. I quit my job because I had a business that I had started, and I had started several businesses, but it was for me learning to flip items online
Mhm.
that I started kind of getting this, I guess you would say, this like high off of shopping and then selling the items that I was buying, not only the things that I had, but I just got really into it. And so you were fulfilling this like shopping addiction. And then you were fulfilling this other thing where you're like, wow, I get to go over here and shop for it, but I also get to get paid for it. And I'm not saying go shop for stuff, but my story ended up different. So it's kind of funny of how I learned how to get rid of things
Mhm.
and liquidate things because I
Mhm.
had all kinds of stuff to sell. But I learned that you shouldn't just be selling anything and everything the hard way. Um, but it taught me, how to sell online and everything that I know now. So I always tell people, get your like finances in order and figure out all your downsizing. Don't just like throw everything into an RV and be like, okay, we'll figure it out, once we're on the road. Okay. Couple more questions, Miranda. Let's see. So, were there any results you weren't expecting that pleasantly surprised you?
Um, well, I don't know how much I can say here,
Go
but
ahead.
so for one, discovering that um I'm a writer. um and also being able to work with you more intimately. Um and I don't know if I can say this. Um but even like work under you, you know? Yeah, I don't want to say it like that.
You're working
uh,
with me. Yes.
yeah. So that's been really surprising because like I thought I was just gonna get a course where it's like, okay, let me teach you how to get your brand done, and that's it. And put a few content on your stuff. Now you're on your way. You can do it. But I'm daily being able to work with you. You're teaching me new skills that have nothing to even do with working with you or like the business side. It's more like you trying to help me to become my own and see. I guess I'm really surprised that you want my opinion and you want, you know, what I have to say to help you to figure out, you know, how your business and your brand is expanding. So
I
that's
feel
been
like
a
the
surprise.
client opinion and students and like, what's the point of selling a course and just being like, here you go? I always say my thing is like a live, living, breathing thing. If
Mhm,
I'm not in it with you, one, I don't feel invested, but I love to hear y'all's feedback and for y'all to really see behind the scenes with me because it's not stuff I get to show like on YouTube or online. And
mhm,
I've told y'all that I'm like, when you go to work with me, you really do get to see behind the scenes with me. And I try to
mhm,
share my life as much as I can. But even you have helped show me the things, like I told you the question. I said, what were any results that you weren't expecting that pleasantly surprised you? Um, like it pleasantly surprises me when y'all do stuff. And especially like you told me, I told you a second ago, you were like, either sometimes you'll be like, hey, you should do this, or hey, you shouldn't do that,
mhm,
or this would help us more. um Being in this like live with y'all helps me make my content better, make my courses better, make who I'm looking at, like even when I do these interviews, how the people that watch these and the people that want to work with me, um like I want them to hear like the real thing and what pleasantly surprised you that maybe you weren't thinking about, because sometimes I don't have the right words to describe what benefit you get from working with me, so other people get to hear it from you.
mhm.
And I know I've heard it like in all your emails. So I guess that's I don't want you to feel like feel filtered because I know you, um, in what you should or shouldn't say, I guess, because maybe it's on topic or off topic. I don't know if I said that right, but I don't
I
know.
mean, you're helping me. I just keep saying this, and to other people, it may not seem like a big deal, but for me, there are two types of lifestyle changes. There's the career lifestyle change, where many people want, and where many people probably may think this course or this with working with Brandy is going to do. Oh, just she's going to help me get my finances in order, or she's going to help me get my new home, whether it's a fifth wheel, trailer, travel, like whatever you want, what kind of RV you want. That's what she's gonna do. But all I can do is speak from my point of view. Sh- when I say lifestyle change, I'm talking emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. Um, it's not just about doing the work. It's about processing the work that you're doing. It's about realizing where that work is going to take you and realizing how much you're going to have to put into it. It's about learning boundaries. It's about developing a backbone in certain areas of your life. It's about loving yourself. And I'm not talking about like pampering yourself and, all this things going on. I'm talking about knowing your worth, knowing what you have to offer, presenting that in a humble, kind manner. Um, so it's also about enjoying the moment because I'm so anxious for change that all I can focus on is the results of my change. But change is happening daily. And there's something that um Brandy does. I don't know if I'm getting too much of your stuff now, but she does what's it called? Motivational Mondays and when winning Wednesday.
Goals, wins, and failures.
Yes. Goals, wins, and failures. And she does these things weekly. And I'm so used to looking at the end result, like, okay, when I'm done, that's when I can talk about my goals, wins, and failures. But I'm learning that you can look at that weekly, you can even look at that daily, and those things will help encourage you. Those things will help you to realize you're on the right track or you need to, adjust this area. And I think that it's a great motivation. So I really do appreciate that. And once again, this is a lifestyle change. It's not just taking a course and getting the results from that course, getting a
Right.
piece of paper
Right.
or getting a website done or getting the RV that you want. It's a journey, it's growth. It's looking into yourself. And I guess if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. But I feel like you'll be missing out. Um
Is there
so
something I can add? If you don't, I feel like you will talk about this, but maybe for anybody that's listening that I feel like maybe could hear this, and they'll probably tap into this. I want to say like, what is it? IYKYK. If you are one of those people that feel, and we've talked about this, this over the time, this is something that we both shared with each other. I thought was very passionate. Um, if you feel like this tug inside of you, like this thing that you're doing is not where you're supposed to be, maybe not your story, if you feel maybe like out of place in this world,
mhm.
out of place maybe even in your friends or family or like the social setting or circle that you've been put into or conditioned to be into, or this whole, from when you grow up, you go to pre-K to go all the way through college and you get the job and you get married and you get the house and you do
Mhm,
like a 401k and you do all these things. Like,
mhm.
I don't know if it's the American dream or the way that your parents expect you to do it or what, but I guess that's one of the things I think about when you say lifestyle change and when I say lifestyle change. And one thing that you've kind of helped me realize, and I always like laugh about the word lifestyle change because when I adopted my dog, somebody gave her up and they said she had a lifestyle change, Birdie. And it's funny that I've kind of tagged on to that. I was like, it is. It's like people are literally giving a lifestyle change. You were conditioned to do this whole other thing. I was in finance, I was in this corporate job, and you are kind of, I don't want to say leaving everybody behind, but you do have to have like another support, another team, another person to kind of guide you. And I feel like that's what I was trying to create when I created like my community and my systems and my programs. And you say it best, you're like, Brandy, you're a coach, like you're a teacher, like you're born to do that. You're like really good at it. Um, I don't know. Do you have anything to add to that? I guess from anybody that maybe feels that pull. And I just say that from like I don't know, like a worldly view. And then that like there are other people out there that feel the way that you feel that maybe you didn't think you were allowed to feel because of like the way the world has conditioned us to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it best, to be honest, but I mean, not all of us are meant to follow the quote unquote American dream or, you know, that system life, like following what the system is, you know. And there is I like to call it an alternative way of living. There's a different way to live, and you can still have a high quality of life. And I think you're actually having the highest quality of life when you decide to make this lifestyle change, you decide to follow your dreams, you just decide to go on this journey. Um, so I feel like if you continue where you are in this system and following what society expects you to do or what your family expects you to do, you'll be happy, but you won't have joy. You won't
Right.
have peace. And there's a difference between happiness and joy.
Right.
Happiness, is fleeting. Joy is within. It stems from peace. And for me, like I wanted peace. I wanted to just be myself. I didn't want to, put the mask on to continue moving on through um society or whatever I'm supposed to do. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying like there's more. Like you want you want more to come out of you. You want, whether it's exploring, whether it's creating, whether it's expressing, you know, you don't want to feel locked up or confined. Um, I'm not saying like break rules or anything like that, but just
Nothing wrong with breaking a few rules, Miranda.
but just reach your potential. And I feel like I feel like working with Brandy is definitely helping with that. And I feel like people who really want to change their life, people who have envisioned their life differently, they want to travel, they want to experience new things, they want to be what I like to call like my ultimate goal, being self-sufficient. Um, they they want to get out of the rat race or um anything like that. This is for you. Now, I'm not saying if you want to be a part of everything, part of the system and still do 9 to 5, this program isn't for you. That's not what I'm saying. But there are people out there who are like, I'm willing to get rid of my 9 to 5. I'm willing to not live in the house in the white picket fence anymore. I'm willing to not go to every single event. I'm willing to you know, um,
Give something up to have the things they want.
yeah, I'm willing to do that, then this is for you,
And
if
that's
you're
time or
hungry.
money. You've done both of those.
Mhm. And if you're like really hungry, I feel like you can benefit from this program. I feel like you can not just program, but well, if you think of it as a program, then that's what you're gonna get out of it, a program, something cookie cutter and let's go. But if you are thinking of it as a lifestyle change, you want to do the work, you want to be a take accountability, you know,
Be part
then
of the
this is for you.
community
Yeah, be a part of a community. This is for you. If you want to hear other people's opinions and grow from what people are saying and also help other people,
that want to
um,
do what you're doing.
yes, yeah, that's true.
People
True. Because
want to feel like
if
mind
you
of you.
if you try to do this with people who don't understand what you're doing, they're gonna laugh at you, they're gonna tell you that you're crazy, whatever the case may be. But if you are and you're gonna be doing this with people who are equally hungry as you, you're going to get, the support that you need, and you're gonna get the encouragement that you need, and you're gonna know that, we're all, trying to reach the same goals or similar goals. So, we can help one another.
Well said, Miranda. Okay. So I know you've kind of said this, but to sum it up, what would you tell someone who's considering investing and working with me?
I think that they should do it. I think that they should do it. I don't think they have anything to lose. Honestly, like, you have nothing to lose. Yeah, you have nothing to lose, just do it and you'll definitely get something out of it. You'll definitely grow, you'll learn,
What
and
about people that are terrified, like you were? Terrified
look,
to make the move, terrified to make the investment, terrified of staying in their situation. What would you tell those people?
at the end of the day, this is what I said. I said I'm terrified with all those things that Brandi mentioned, but I did say that at the end of it, I was terrified to let another opportunity go by. So if you have an opportunity, and for me, I really felt a tug in my spirit. If you are feeling that tug, you need to take it because they're not, I mean, you can get more chances, but you shouldn't let things waste you by. You shouldn't let things go to waste because you don't know that you could be blocking your blessing. You don't know that you can be hindering somebody else from coming into your life. You
Mm,
you don't know what you don't realize that if you open this door of opportunity, other doors are going to open. You
wow.
don't know, and I'm speaking from experience now. You don't know that by opening this door, you're going to be able to hear better. You're going to be able to see better. And right now I am talking, spiritually. But um it's at the end of the day, spirit and physical line up a lot. So, yeah, if you open one door, other doors will open. And also, other doors will shut. And those doors that are shutting need to be shut. And maybe you were not strong enough to do it, but it's done now. And you can progress to the journey and the life that you want for yourself. So, go ahead.
These are some powerful words, Miranda. I always have a prayer that I say. A girlfriend taught me a while, years, probably like 10 years ago. She was like, anytime I'm feeling in a situation like that, talking about open a door and close a door, she says, I pray to God. I say, God, would you please open a door and close a door in my life? And so that's interesting analogy that you say that. I know there's people out there that have those fears and I know I was like that when it came to like quitting my job or it comes to anything new. It's always scary, but it's always easier to do it when you have people that want to do it with you, that people are doing it with you, that are making that change with you. And like you said, it is about the small daily wins and goals that we set, not about getting to this big major final destination, because if you just focus on that one big thing, it's like you do one, miss all those moments, you miss the journey, and you don't really get to enjoy like the growth through it all. You don't want to just like run to the mountaintop, or as I say, it's not fun when you just like hop in the RV and just book it 2,000 miles away. You miss all the destinations that you could have seen. Or when we travel at night, you miss everything that you would have seen during the day, So I really love all that you've shared with us, Miranda.
If I'm so sorry, if I can add one more thing.
Yeah, because I actually said, is there anything else that you would like to add or share, Miranda, as the last question?
So, if you're afraid, you don't have to be afraid because Brandi literally holds your hand. She literally holds your hand. Like, y'all, I was afraid. I was just gonna keep sitting here like, God help me, God help me. And I mean, God is helping me, but sometimes you have to make the move.
You said it when we joined, or when you joined. I remember when you wrote me back, you said, I'm going to join and I'm going to step out and take a leap of faith. I'm going to step
Yeah,
out in faith.
it's a leap of faith. I mean, yeah, it's a leap of faith. Just just jump. I had a friend tell me that. I don't know if it was the beginning of this year or the ending of last year. She said, "Girl, if a train is riding by, just jump." She said, "God is there. It's not like you don't have a relationship with him. God is right there. Jump." And I recently saw something, and I think you also said it, Brandi. I'm not sure because for some reason it reminded me of you. But there are two things: you can fall, or you can fly.
I love that.
So, and for me personally, if God is on your side, if you fall, he'll catch you or he'll make you bounce back to the opportunity that he wants to have for you. So either way, you win.
Well, you learn
He
from
will
all
redirect you.
the falls
Redirection.
and the
Yeah,
failures,
it's redirection. It's redirection. It's not a failure. That's what
No.
I'm learning. It's redirection and
Yeah.
it's growth.
Yeah. I don't really know. I don't remember. I'm sure we're talking right now, but in the Bible, it talks about that people shoot these trials and tribulations because he wouldn't give you something that he beyond what you could bear, and
Mhm.
these tests, you're not just meant to like live life just in this one day. It's a whole lifetime of
Yeah.
growing and learning. And so I feel so blessed that I was shown. I always say, like, when I was in my corporate job, I wish somebody would have shown me this lifestyle because I
Mhm.
would be in a whole different place.
Mhm.
Um, because there's financial gains and ups and downs to it. There's like I guess the vacation versus, typical home type lifestyle. There's so many ways that you can do this lifestyle.
Mhm.
Um, and so many things, I guess, that we're working on. And so I'm just excited for the fact that you've come on here, that you've shared your story, Miranda. And without rambling on, I didn't want to cut you off, but is there anything else that you would like to add that I maybe cut you on off or didn't let you share before we wrap it up?
Um, I think that's it.
Okay, cool. So, if you're like Miranda and your situation has not changed, you want to be a digital nomad, if you're not pursuing your goals, if you feel like you're still needing someone to help motivate you and you want to work with me and Miranda and all of our lovely community over at Blog and Brandy, you can visit blogandbrandy.com, or you can visit the link in the description or the comments below this video, depending on where you're watching it. And yeah, I want to talk to you. You can book a call with me. We'll make sure that the program is a right fit for you. I know it's not always a right fit for everyone, but usually by the time you've watched these videos and you're like, I know I'm in, then you're like, okay, I want to work with Brandi, but I want to make sure it's right for you. So there's an application process, and we'll book a call and we'll chat, and then we can decide on getting you started, and you can start a lifestyle change just like Miranda. So, what I was going to say is, even if you want to be a digital nomad and you're not pursuing RV life yet, because you weren't pursuing RV life yet, whether you want to the whole RV thing or not. So Again, I'm Blogging Brandy, and this is Miranda, the founder and creator of Radiant Lady. I don't know if you said that in the beginning of this, so I just want to make sure we give a little shout out there
Thank
to
you.
Miranda, and we'll be sharing more of that. I'm always shouting about Miranda, so if you get to come and join us inside, you'll get to meet Miranda and see all the fun, passion projects and stuff that she's working on. So thank you again, Miranda, for taking the time to talk with me today. And I can't wait to share this and your story and scream your success from the rooftops.
Thank you once again.
You're welcome, Miranda. Thanks so much. And everybody, like I said, make sure that you check the link below this video and in the comments, or you can head over to bloggingbrandy.com to find out all of the juicy details about working with me. So, yay. Don't forget to subscribe to this video and turn on notifications, and I'll see y'all in the next one.